dreamed that one day we would be able to live a more self-sustaining lifestyle with more control over our own destiny and more freedom. We believed with hard work and perseverance that we could make our dreams come true, and we could live the life we wanted the way we wanted to live it. Now we're going to live that dream, making the move from New England to northern Arkansas to live off our land the way we want to, the way we were meant to.
It's Eric with Tilted K Homestead, and this is another meal we're going to make in the Cooking for Men series. This is a pretty simple meal that almost anybody can make. It's a kielbasa medley. So you need kielbasa. I have a link and a half here. You need an onion. You need a clove of garlic. You need some corn. This is corn that we froze ourselves. I'll leave a link up top for that. For this one I use some peppers, frozen peppers. And then I'm just using an oriental stir-fry mix. Now you can use broccoli and carrots, you can use beans, any vegetables that you feel is going to work is fine. And you can use the frozen vegetables or fresh, it doesn't matter. This is just a quick meal that I put together on days that it's my turn to cook. So I have a pan over here and we're going to get started. So what we're going to do is this kielbasa, okay, has already been cooked. We did some stuff in our smoker the other day. So I put this kielbasa in there to give it that smoky flavor. So we're going to cut that up. But if you don't have a smoker and you're just going to take your kielbasa straight out of the fridge or out of the freezer, defrost it, and put it in the pan, cook it on a lower temperature. It's going to take you a little bit longer. The idea of this meal is the fat or the juice that you're going to get from this kielbasa. You want to coat into your vegetables a little bit, and then we'll have it over pasta usually. So you want some of that to get on the pasta as well to keep the pasta from being dry. So you don't want to like cook this until it's almost black. You just want to heat it up and cook it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this up, and it's about a 1/4 inch slices. I'm going to get all this sliced up and get it in the pan, and then I'll come back and we'll do our onion and we'll do our garlic, and then we'll move over to the pan and we'll do the rest of the cooking from the pan. Okay? Hey, all right, so we're back. We got our kielbasa all cut up. We're just going to cut up our onion and get that peeled. We'll do that for you real quick. It's only going to take a second. And we'll get our garlic cut up, and then we can start getting things in the pan. So when I do my onion, I don't slice it into tiny little slices or anything of that nature. Okay? All I'm going to do is cut it into 8ths. Okay? And I'm going to leave them like that. So looks like that. And I'm just going to cut it down so it's like that. And what happens is when you put it in, it'll cook down and they'll all separate. But I don't want them to turn into mush. Okay? So we've got that all set. And then we're just going to take a clove of garlic and we keep our garlic all peeled ready to go. And I'm just going to slice it up, little teeny chunks. You can see right there. Just doesn't have to be razor thin, but little chunks. Of fresh garlic. And then I'm just going to kind of chop it up a little bit more like that. And that's all good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the camera over to the stove so you can see this going together in the stove. And we'll start putting it together. So once I get that set up, we'll come back. Okay guys, we're over here at the pan. We're going to get some heat on it. Okay, it's about medium heat. We're just going to take some olive oil, just a little bit on the pan, not a lot. Okay, and we're going to let that come up and get a little bit warm. Okay, shouldn't take long. So here is our kielbasa. Okay, we're going to take that, we're going to pour that in there, and we're going to just let that heat up and get a little bit brown. Like I said, we don't want to overcook it. Alright guys, this is looking pretty good. Just starting to get a little bit brown. Okay, so once that's all set, we're just going to take our onion and our garlic. We're going to throw that in there. Stir that around a little bit. Let that start cooking. Now you want to see the bottom of the pan really have a little bit of that oil still in it. You don't want it to all get soaked up. So if you need a little splash, just a quick little splash, go right ahead. Let's put the cover on that. Let that cook for like a minute, 2 minutes. Okay guys, take a look. Oh, look at that. Onion's starting to fall apart. Looking really good. Alright. So now, it's very simple. You take your vegetable ingredients, pour them in there, one at a time. If they're frozen like these are, just give them a stir. Okay. It's already looking really good. Once I add this stir fry medley, we're going to be in really good shape. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so if you're using fresh vegetables, at this point, which when I make this with fresh vegetables, I would add a little bit more oil so that things don't really get sticky. But because these vegetables are frozen, they're actually going to create a little bit of liquid at the bottom. So we're going to be good. So you just take that and stir it occasionally. Heat it on, what do I got? I probably got like medium heat. And you're just going to stir that up until it's fully cooked. So let me get that done. And we'll come back and I'll show you what the finished product look like. Alright guys, I think we're pretty close here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some fluid down in the bottom. You want that. You want that fluid in there. That's what's going to coat your pasta or your rice, whatever you're going to put this on. So let me get the camera moved back out there and we'll show you this the proper way. Alright guys, this stuff is all done. Let's take a look at this. Oh, take a look at this. Come on in here and take a look at this. So this is what it's going to look like. You got a little fluid underneath. Okay. This is going to make about 4 portions, 2 meals for me and Missy. We'll have this over pasta or over rice. It's pretty simple to make. You saw me make it. Alright, so we're going to get a cover back on this. And I am going to get some pasta cooked and prepare our meal for tonight. Super easy meal to make. Probably took me half hour, 35 minutes to put the whole thing together. Even though the kielbasa was already smoked, if you had to cook it down, still 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes tops. It's super easy. All the ingredients here probably came to 15 bucks, 20 bucks maybe where you're living, depending on what the quality of the kielbasa is and the vegetables you're getting. It's super easy, guys. Give it a try. You shouldn't have any trouble with it. As always, if you could hit the subscribe button down below, that's the little circle picture of our dog Rocco that's going to pop up. That's super helpful. And if you like these videos and you find them interesting, you want to share them with a friend, go right ahead. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one. Bye-bye.